Right then, Luke. So we have set you up. We got you stuff into the from the studio out to the golf course here with your new 221s. Kept your 2234 on, which you're familiar with. We're going to go out and play some holes. Matt's here, Matt Fryer. He's going to join us for some holes, and we're going to play a 3-4 hole scramble. Play some golf.
See how low we can go.
See how low we can go. We'll hit some different shots, hit some different irons. We've got the 225s with us as well, so we'll hit those as well. And yeah, we'll just see how low we can get and what we can do. Perfect. Should carry those. Good there. All right, easy as that. You've recently switched, am I right? You've got the...
Yeah, I've got the STZ, Z, I don't know what you call it over here. Z in America, for sure. We go with Z. Z.
Yeah. And you've come from...
Come from the G.
Previous G.
Yeah.
And you've hit the new one. Have you tried the new G, STG?
I have a little bit, yeah. A little bit closer to the Z, I'd say. But yeah, I really like this one just for... Seemed like brought my dispersion in a lot. A little bit more forgiving. You know, some of the mishits I'd look up and think it was going to go offline, and it was actually going pretty straight, and that's huge for me. Certainly looking to improve my driving a little bit. You know, similar speed, similar distance, just a lot more tighter dispersion, so I really like that.
Yeah, I mean, you'd argue that's probably more of an honest driver, right? It's not, I wouldn't say it's necessarily fade bias in how it feels, but you compare that to the X, which has got some weights in the heel there. It is designed, if anything, to kind of click that toe over and get it coming back a little bit. So, did you try the X? Has that been...
A while back ago, I did, yeah.
And it wasn't the most popular, I think, with the tour guys.
My misses are more left-left, so you know, I think anything I can have to kind of counter that really helps, and I think this driver kind of fits into that.
So again, this green sits towards you a little bit, but that looks like it's right at the front, right?
You shape your wedges much?
I wouldn't really shape them too much. I mean, off the fairway, I might try and change the trajectory a little bit, depending on the pin.
Yeah.
You know, if it's a back pin, you know, try and get it skipping up there a little bit.
Yeah.
Front one, I might, you know, a little bit higher with trying more spin.
Yeah.
But it's so much loft, you can't really shape it so much, I wouldn't say.
Nice.
How'd that feel?
Felt nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Strange having, because you can tell that it's not a 60, but it's also more lofted than my 54.
Does it feel like it's got a lot of loft?
Yeah.
Did it fly like it had a lot of loft? Is that higher than you'd normally see it?
A little bit. I think it'd come out a little bit higher, but just because of the lie to the rough.
Matthew. Now, without looking, what loft-wise, what do you see on that?
Maybe 55.
Yeah, so that's 54.
54, yeah.
Yeah. But they do look, I think the shape, where they kind of, there's a little bit more mass in here and how they flow, I think they do get a little bit more, I think they look, certainly when I built them, I had to check in the loft and I said, is that 54? Because it did look more like it had more loft.
Yeah.
Lie. Hit something hard. You saying about loft? I think I needed less. I think the controlling ball flight's got to be the one, isn't it? That's got to be the. If you have control of your ball flight with your wedges, both up and down. I mean, shape-wise, really, I
yeah,
can't
a lot of
see.
people say, "Oh, he has great feel or great hands," but you know, a lot of that comes from practice, right?
Yeah.
You know, learning the correct fundamentals to be able to start the ball with the right trajectory or a different trajectory. And that just takes practice, and then once you can get the spin and trajectory right through good technique, then you're cultivating the feel, right? So it's not feel and then you're just born with feel. I mean, some people are more talented than others, but you need to cultivate that through a lot of work and understanding of fundamentals, I think.
Is that why you've still got the same wedges in? Because you're so comfortable with them? You know what they do, you know what they're going with? Or is it
Yeah,
more to it than that?
yeah, the 20 just had a very different look and a different feel to me. I kind of preferred the T7, so I've stuck with them, but got the new 22s just to give that a try, and hopefully I can get into those.
That's it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. 285. So you aiming right at this loop?
I'm going to try and go a little bit right.
Go. Gobbled it up. Oh no. Unfortunately, technology isn't going to help that one. That's quick there. Should be fine. Should be a fairway, isn't it?
Just off.
Fairway?
It's just running to the trees.
I don't think you appreciate necessarily when you're watching these guys is how hard they're hitting it, how many high 80s ball speed, but also how straight they are. That's the thing that, you know, you're thinking, oh, it's easy to find fairways. PGA Tour, you're watching it on TV, you've got big open fairways, but you know the golf courses are designed now and how they're being played. Actually, the longer hitters are hitting it into smaller areas, right?
Yeah, most of the time. So it depends. Certain courses obviously favour certain players, and majority of the time it helps to be long. But yeah, but they're amazingly straight for how far they're hitting it, and the speeds they're creating. So.
Would you err towards smashing it as far as you can and worrying about the lie later, or would you rather find fairways and get the wedges in?
I don't really have the fast twitch muscles, and I got to kind of play my game. You know, I'm always looking for incremental improvements and trying to get a little bit further, a little bit stronger all the time. But what got me to #1 in the world was being great from 125 yards and in, and just being the best at that.
And that's still golf, right? That's where 90% of golf's played.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know what your wedges are doing, you know what your putter's doing, then you're going to go low.
I think you do have to kind of start in with the aim of trying to hit it quite hard now. Yeah. It seems the way the game's going. Doing it in a way, there's so much technology out there, doing it in a way that you don't get injured or anything like that. But, yeah.
Where are we going? Where's this golf course?
I don't know, we've got a few.
Where are you, Matt? You got it? Oh, you there? Yeah? Yeah, alright, that's perfect. Yeah.
I think we're better than
We're
my
in.
bunker, are we?
Yeah. Slightly closer to the hole. So yeah, you see the tree in the background over the green. Yeah, the green sits just at that tree. But once you're over this bunker, everything kind of goes downhill. So it plays a lot shorter than it is. I don't know. I think it's much more of just a field shot, right? This isn't going to be a flat out stop. That's you, Matt. That show us the way. It's a good spot though, there, Matt. Happy with that? That's class. That was perfect. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, good work. Right.
Good eyes. Things fly, don't they?
So difficult to move as well. I like it. Let's just hit some. Let's just grab a couple of balls in the middle of the fairway. Yeah, I just want to see how you feel the differences in the two. Shot for shot. So you hit there, loop 5 iron. That might actually still creep a bit of the green. I just want to see out of interest. See one, how it flies, how it looks in your shot window there, Luke, because that's going to come out maybe a little bit flatter and a little bit hotter. So 5-iron versus 5-iron. Consistent shots.
You definitely feel
that feel different.
A little bit, yeah. First one was a little high off the toe, but that had good trajectory. Boring.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
And it felt stronger, like it came off hotter for sure.
And that's something you'd want perhaps in your longer irons, not in your shorter irons?
I think so. Your short irons are just really more about distance control, you know. Worried about how far they're going to go so much. So.
And that shot there we had when we're trying to move that's the one where it becomes apparent. Yeah, I think when you put those 225s down, you're trying to hit a cut, you're trying to move it, because they are such an honest head. They just almost keep everything straight. You know, it's very difficult to put that side spin on to hit that one coming out and getting it moving left to right. So yeah, perhaps again in your shorter irons, you're going to want something much more precise. But differences in the feel and differences in the power, you can feel it. Yeah. So look, this is your first one we hit from the right hand side.
It's from the rough, yeah. The other one, yeah, was a little bit right, but one was just short pin high, one was probably 15 yards over. Differences
in the two. So you've got the 221 there, a little bit more where you'd probably think it would be yardage wise, and then that 225 that surprised you a little bit that it was that long.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's nice to hit hitting far.
Yeah,
everyone likes hitting far.
Right, now these lies are probably quite a scary thought for many of your golfers. So
yeah, what sanded these fringes here to get them firmer.
So strike's precise.
Strike is precise, yeah.
Using bounce on this, is bounce in your mind when you're looking at this shot?
Absolutely. Yeah, don't really want to, especially this shot, because you've got to loft it a little bit and you've got to create a little bit of spin. So anything with the shaft leaning forward is going to de-loft it and dig in. And it's going to come out too low and not enough spin. So
we're really.
I'm opening this up. Yeah, ball forward. I'm going to weaken my grip to keep the loft on the face a bit more nice and aggressive again. Full turn through. Try and get a little bit of nip. Came out kind of even too low.
But that was loaded with spin, because I think that pitch on the downslope there, and tried checking out.
Well, it's got a little bit of ball on it.
Still got half the golf ball on the face there. Look, that's quite.
A bit of ball on there. So.
When we're looking at your utilising your bounce and what we were trying to do with that shot, and you know, when you're opening it up there, that X has got the most extreme heel and toe. You know, so you counter that, and you want to get that toe a little bit raised in the air sometimes, and you want to utilise that side of the face. It gives you that as well.
Yeah.
But the majority of the people there, as you say, you're flipping that open, and because you've got that heel in the toe, it still sits behind the ball snug, and you can still nip it and take half the cover off.
So there's 4 different grinds.
Yes, and you can see them a little bit. This year, huh? Yes, yeah. There's an addition to what we previously did in T20. It's the evolution of the T7, T20, T22, but you can kind of see it a little bit easier in the chrome there. You see where you've got your two-tone, and you can see how that heel area sort of sweeps around a little bit more.
Yeah.
So with the X and that one there, with being a slightly lower bounce option, again, when you open that up, you want it to sit really nice and flush, really tight behind the ball.
Yeah.
Yours is just loaded with spin, wasn't it? That one bouncing a little bit too far.
Keep that chest moving forward.
Is that nerves, Matt, or is that technique?
That was technique.
That was 100% both. I'm having another go at that. Got a strike.
She wasn't bouncing in. First one hit.
Keeping everything that way. Gosh.
Is that a normal error people make, Luke?
Yeah, they just want to get the ball up in the air, so they do it with their body rather than. Plenty of loft on the club. You actually short game. You need to always hit down on it. Stiff. Oh.
All right. A good bad one. It's in play. So that is, we've got that in a 2-3-4 iron.
Okay. Just muscle back.
Yeah, so that is, rather than have the HMB in the 2 iron, we still do the HMB 225 down to a 2 iron, but this is now a standalone FLI-HI. So kind of like a standalone long iron replacement. I think visually for me it sits somewhere between an iron and a hybrid. You know, you've got you've got quite a lot of weight in there. You put it down behind the ball and you go, yeah, very meaty, which sets itself aside from the HMB where you've got that kind of continuation of an iron set. Now you've got your standalone driving iron, super hot off the face, going to hit it a long way, and that kind of fits that bill.
Yeah, you see a lot of these with the guys now. You know, either a standard hybrid or something like this, driving iron. They can get out there 260, you know, 270. Some of these guys with speed, and it's a nice club to have. It's pretty straight, rockets off the face.
Yeah. Which one? Do you prefer something in more of a kind of a compact shape, or do you prefer to have something that you sit behind the golf when you go?
I think for a driving iron, it's fine to have that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure I'd keep going 3-4 for me personally, visually, but yeah, it looks like you could. If you're struggling a little bit off the tee and you want to get something, still got some distance, but get it in play, it's a great club.
I like it. Go. Is that up?
No, no idea.
It's quite soft.
You'll get more of the top groove if I try
Go on, Luke, show us away. What club have you got here?
I got the 56 again.
56.
Yeah, it's spongy here.
I think the thing is, when I watch you hit wedge shot, Luke, it looks like the ball's on the face forever. You know what I mean? It looks like it's a heavy ball. He's checking it out.
He strikes it.
Yeah, I mean, there is always that.
Doesn't spin much.
Luckily, didn't it?
It's
A bit of downslope on there.
Yeah.
I'll just shoot it off it.
Yeah. Go.
Wow. I would consider hitting a wedge here just because it's up against the fringe.
And play it as a wedge shot, or
Get down on it a little bit.
yeah.
Like a pitch. Right, well, we'll go with a putt.
Online. I'm going for it. I'm going to hit a wedge shot here, Luke, and I'm guided by you. Lots of loft, no loft. Yeah, no loft.
I think you want loft because you're going to have to lean it a little bit. Get down so much.
Cuts out, not going for a wedge, Matt.
Don't want to yip it in front of me, in front of you.
Save that for me.
Yeah.
Get a house.
Go on then.
Liked it. 2 under.
Yep.
So 3 here would be nice. I mean, this is stroke index 1.
Is
It's the
it?
hardest hole on the golf course, so set ourselves a challenge. Make 3 on the hardest hole on the golf course to finish up 3 under, 3-4 would be quite a nice way to go for the cold lemonade. So yeah, Luke, show us the way for the last hole.
Smoked it.
Perfect. Caught a bit. Perfect now. Yeah, like it. 2 on.
Doing a shake. Pretty good. Just needed to turn a little bit more.
I'm over the moon with that, Luke.
Yeah.
Oh, in the rough.
Let's
Crushed it.
go.
Crushed it.
Smoked it. Too straight.
Should be over it though. On that, yeah.
35 up 6 yards, 141.
I think the breeze is dragged around the back.
Right at the back.
You've only got like
Nine.
starting past it really.
I've got a 9 iron.
Yeah, I think that's going to hit a smooth 9.
Okay.
I think wedge is just.
I don't think I can get wedge there. That'll come up my nose, I think. 3 under, 3 4. Yeah. Good. I'll be the number. You happy with that?
Pretty good. Left.
Yeah, it was
Alright.
Left.
Stretch a piece and go left.
Good bounce.
Obviously, sorry, done you there, haven't I? Oh no, I can't. I don't have got anything to give. I've got absolutely nothing.
We're just waiting for you.
I think the line's a bit out.
What do you see? This is another rascal pit, isn't it?
Close to here, this bit of sand.
Yeah.
Say.
Right, eyes on this then. See if we can get one running out there. Right, to
Well, you can hit that then.
Say again.
How far out were you?
Exactly where Luke was. Just see that little bit of sand. At least that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Where I was aiming.
No idea. All above it.
Okay.
Behind.
Lots of rough hit.
Do I give that much more break, Luke?
A little bit, but not much.
Slid early though, don't you?
We've been defeated. Well,
I mean-
I think 2 under 3 4 is a solid effort.
Very good.
Very good. I'm glad you were here to help us along. Cheers, Luke. I think the irons bedded in the bag nicely. You happy with those?
Yeah, those I could move to those irons pretty easily. So.
As a 4 holes, I've not seen them before and hit them before. You were pleased with how you felt?
Flights were good. I was consistent with my distance. So solid.
Ticking some boxes. And the difference is again with the 2. So you've got the slightly hotter 225. You've got your 3 iron HMB in there at the moment. Is that going to be? Will you look at that?
Yeah, I'll
perhaps eat 3 iron?
definitely test it out. Yeah, you always want to keep improving, and this week, especially at Wentworth, there's a few irons off the tee. Could come in handy.
Nice. And Matt, you and I need to
Just get better.
just get better
Yeah.
all round.
Yeah, life.
I mean, I've had a
Room
little
for
chip on the old
Yeah.
short game
Yeah,
tip, so I'll be.
yeah, watch the video back and learn a lot from you.
There you go. Yeah.
We all know how hard this game is. I don't judge. I don't judge. Put a little bit more time in, and see they've got a lot of talent. Just needs to fine tune it a little bit.
Sorry, polite. I'd have said Matt. wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Fair
Watching the wrong people.
Trying to be nice.
Yeah.
yeah, you grasped it.